Hey guys. Oh, sorry. I'm just going to make sure things are going good. Excellent connection. If I reset this, live, make sure volume. Sorry. So this week I didn't get much done. Um. So I kind of made like a simple version of myself. Um. Bridge. Just curious here. Remove this off here. Delorme. Just checking what's on my local, but it's not giving me what I have, and I was trying to figure that out here. So this week I just been doing some research and stuff. So I've been hearing and seeing that we could actually use metahumans as VTubers. Speaking of which, I don't have mine up here. I'll drag this over. So this guy I picked up just for temporary use in a sense, because he's kind of like the guy I was looking for. But see how there's blood and stuff on him. I might just get like a simpler thing. So local. Signed in preferences support. So I have these two that I've gotten. As you can see, they're supposed to show up in my bridge here. I wonder if I open bridge, because these are technically like separate. I could later. Oh, I got to sign in again. 1 second. They look kind of like Omar right off the hop. I did some additions. Try to make his face a little bit round. But yeah, so as long as you're rendering it in Unreal Engine, and maybe it could use like just OBS to kind of like hide the background. I think you could use a metahuman. So maybe at some point I was planning to maybe use a metahuman for myself instead of this guy here, and or sorry, my guy to the right there. I realized I can't really hover over him. And just apply like blood effects and turn him into a zombie using stuff like the Quixel here, which is apparently in beta and doesn't want to work. I'll just close that for now. But since I can't even see it in the environment here, again, before we had made some stuff showing Tash how to do stuff. We made some sweaters and things. Yeah, it's just showing the regular metahumans. I don't know if I'm just going too fast. I don't see the ones that I've made. Excuse me. There should be pretty much like 2 Omars in a sense. But there's not. So I can probably close this as well, because that's not very useful. I'm getting the same thing that I'm getting here either way. Right. So since I was doing research and stuff like that, I didn't get much changes done, I believe. I think last I had added a bunch of stuff, so this is now huge. Let's go to Windows. Contact browser. I need a couple of these guys. I'm gonna go find home. Because we added I added a lot of our stuff here. New folder. We'll call it environment. Environments. Oh, I missed an N. Environments. Environments. My game, the game environments, the buildings, the prefabs. If you go to window here, like a third one, I can go stuff into like the abandoned city. Buildings. New folder, doors, its own. I don't know if I need to do prefabs. I don't think there's going to be that many doors. Move that here. Environments, buildings, prefab. Buildings. Prefab. To here. We'll do roofs. Exterior walls. New folder. Interior walls. So prefabs. We'll grab this. Pop it over here. And then I'm gonna sit here and so yeah, I was just starting this because I was trying to think of what's going on. So yeah, I was doing a bunch of research, stuff like that, getting things set up. Trying to look on the VTuber, started working on like trying to think of stuff for the site, talking and coordinating with people who were working on the site, and stuff like that. So I didn't get much game stuff done. So other than moving stuff around, try to make space on different drives and stuff, and moving a lot of stuff into this main game that I will be working on and going to be making, clearing stuff up because I'm going to need to be making backups once I know everything works for this guy. Right now, do have a backup before I had merged everything in, but I haven't ran into any problems yet. But a lot of the stuff like the farming system. I might not need the farming system anymore because that will be a part of the actual that will be a part of the what can I think today? My mind's just gone all day. That'll be part of the Easy Survival RPG game kit, which again was not a part of the survival game kit, but it is a part of the Easy survival game kit. So I won't need farming systems and stuff like that. It won't be just taking up a lot of room. Exterior walls. That's these guys here. Though it says interior, it's not really an interior. Just these guys are interiors, I believe. We could open it up and look. Crazy, it's almost the end of May already. Whew. Time flies by too quickly. But yeah, so gotta organize all these folders and stuff like that, start cleaning things up. I want to clean things up and get ready. So, especially once the Easy Survival RPG kit drops, I want to be able to migrate that in right as soon as possible, and then start making sure everything's good to go. Oh, it's exteriors and interiors. It's a full prefab. See, oops. Viewport is what I want. This is just an interior prefab. Let's check. So we go buildings, interior walls. So we could move this guy, and move this guy, because we now know those guys are just that. What about these two here? I don't know, guys. Let me look at the other ones here that I've already moved over. Do they even make sense? Like, look how small this room is. This like even. You think about it, okay, you got your hallway, you got your stairs, you come out, you got a room right here. Maybe you could build off to like yeah, when you're making games, like these buildings, like even if I go to buildings, prefab, I drag these in, right? Let's look at this one with interiors here. It looks like a building, sure enough, especially like the Tokyo kind of region and stuff. It says interiors, but like in reality. There's with this one floor, there's no way you could even. You have to delete the floor, but the exterior of the building It's okay. Like, it could definitely use some work. The front's not bad. It could definitely be. I could save this guy. I gotta go through them actually. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through these. I could save this guy. This guy's not bad. Let's look at this guy here. Wow, this is all exactly the same. Just duplicated all the way up. What's up with this wall? So even there's a door. What is going on here? It's just the one door, right? One door and there's a wall right away. A wall all the way down. Yeah, I think this one's a definite no-go. Building 4 is a no-go. Building 5 is fine. We can edit it. One reference. Building 4. BNG. Cancel. So, we will go to here. Find here. Fix up all redirectors. I was gonna fix up all redirectors after I done a big move and stuff. It's probably better to fix them up now because if I did just wait and do all the moves and then fix them up later, it could result in a pretty lengthy redirector time. OBS. Speaking about this is pretty heavy. I'm gonna close this, leave now. Yeah, my session was inactive. You see, I got a Dark Dungeon Architect in here. I started looking into stuff. There's still a bunch of people in the Discord talking about how it's broken. But I figure I can get a start on some stuff. So I started to look into that and doing some research on that. So I'm using to make rooms and pre-stitch them together. I'm using the Snap Grid Flow Builder. The rest are kind of like one floor. They're just like one floor dungeons. So the Snap Grid Flow Builder, you can see you have these like 3D space. It's a 3D grid. And for climbing to the top of the business or coming to the top of the hospital, this is kind of what I'll need to kind of set up. Then so there I'll have to make modules and stuff like that. And then this is just pretty much for the floors. And the walls. We design the room the way you like. So I could make a bunch of different rooms. And the connections, the doorways which they go through. And so I've been looking into that. And so it looks like I could get a start on this stuff. I can't use the floor template that he gives us. That's still not working. All loading stuff always does that. It like gets to like 99% and it takes longer at 99% than it does for the rest of the entire thing. Never got that. But and so I've tested this out, like just the regular snap flow dungeon, which is like which gives you kind of like a template, and it works. So, and it keeps regenerating. So I just gotta switch out the stuff for my stuff, which would be good. This is some of the stuff that I had went over. You got your goal room. For me, it would be the roof of the building to get to the goal. And you have keys. You can have keys to unlock different doors and stuff like that. But yeah. My mind is so blank today. Microsoft Acoustic plugin. Flyer animations. So I have the two main versions. Like I said, I could delete these other versions. I always have backups and backups. I could delete these other backups once I know this version's good to go, and then I can create more backup. I do have a backup, but it's with not all the stuff in it. Once I know that all the stuff did get migrated in properly, I could start deleting these backups. I won't obviously delete this backup here, because this backup is the live game, and if I need to do any edits to the live game, I need this here. This is the Lyra version. I think I will be keeping the Lyra version, but it'll probably be a while before I can actually. I think the Lyra version's like the end game kind of version, because it's going to be way more, I think, efficient at the way they do it there. But it's so much to try to. If I was to do the Lyra version, I'm pretty much just building everything from scratch. You know what I mean? Like, but it'll be faster and easier to build in a sense. But it'll be just a ton of work. It's not that I don't want to do the work. It's just that I want to make sure I have a good working project. There's just a lot of stuff I just don't understand yet, because I just don't know. And there's not that many, because everything's so new, there's no tutorials on it yet. So once the tutorials come out for it, then I can. Like in Lyra, there's a whole interaction and inventory system in place, and it's part of the prototype inside of the shooter core. Maybe I can open that up and show that log messages. Disk. No, it really should be working fine. Okay. Yeah, everything's fine. I'll close Task Manager. Yeah, I got lots of stuff that you gotta work on. So, on the plugins, you have the Shooter Core plugin. There is experiences. There's a test inventory, which has a whole bunch of inventory stuff. Maps, systems. There's an inventory data. And see, there's a heal pickup and a cube hat. Was it just in the regular experiences? Shooter experience phases? Go pro show. So there's an inventory test map. Inventory test. They give you an inventory screen, inventory title, an inventory grid, an interact prompt, a test ID tree and rock. So they have like an inventory setup done, like in Lyra, like I said. But it's still not done yet. But there's no like tutorials of people using it yet and how to do it and what you're doing and how it all works and comes together. So it could take it takes a long time to figure it out because plugins. Oh, so Proto right here. So so they have all this stuff. This is just for the inventory system. I don't remember it being green. I don't know why it's green like that. Did I say green like that? Image? No, tint white. No image brush drawing. Not too sure why it's green. Wasn't green before. But anyway, see map screen, stuff like that. But when you open the test map, it has this nice map, and these are supposed to be resources, interactable rock, right? But the game load they give you, the game mode they give you, it might be trying to systems experiences. Lyra shooter, player shooter data. I think inventory data I just gotta set up. Test inventory. Find it, shared input. Control Z. Shared input, standard components. Inventory test is already there anyway. And so since it doesn't have like any of these pawns and stuff set up, usually when I hit play, I think I did some edits there, so it might not even work. Normally when I hit play, it gives me like either the Lyra pawn like from the elimination mode, or it gives me that like basic pawn that doesn't have anything to it, and I can't actually interact with the objects, the interactable objects here. So yeah, this is the character that I actually set up. And see, there's no prompt. Like, there is supposed to be a prompt widget, and I can't interact with these things here. So I was trying to set up the interaction. Stop playing editor. Which then, when you're trying to set up the interaction, right, there's inputs. You got the configs. So you have to set up a config for the gamepad and the controller if you don't want to screw up the Lyra, like shooter elimination stuff. And then there's the mappings. And again, there's no mappings for it. So you have to set that up. Set that up. That's just a component. But see, then you have to get these things set up for it too, which is like the enhanced version of interactions. See how they have for click slots and cycling through your weapons and showing the scoreboard and stuff. None of that stuff's set up for input, so you have to try to set it all up yourself. And I have done that before in like a side project, and I didn't really get it working well. And I don't, like I said, I don't think anybody else is really working on that right now. That or nobody's really put tutorials on it. So I am trying to get the game up and running and working, my game. So I don't want to spend too much time super focused and worrying about like figuring a bunch of stuff out and struggling to get the first steps done on this than just how to interact with an object and then maybe how to even set up an inventory. When I'd really like a basis for my game to start. And again, since Lyra is its own system in itself, it's not compatible or will work well with the easy survival RPG kit, which I had spent a bunch of money on, which will have a crazy ton of features and stuff. And since they're not really compatible, Um, until there's more tutorials and stuff, I don't think I will focus on this stuff here. But in the long run, because this is so perfectly set up to be modular, and it's for the best ideal way of making a game from Epic's point of view and stuff like that, is the proper way of doing things, making modular plugins for maps and modes, making each mode a plugin, and editing it that way and stuff like that. Like, so each shooter thing is a plugin and everything like that. What I would do is, if I had everything working and I did want to go, and I found out there was more performance issues with everything that I had set up, and I really wanted to do everything perfectly, I would then start again, just like they said, from the Lyra starter kit. But I would just use the survival game kit stuff and then turn it into the stuff, like into the modes. I'd try to make the mode and see how they did it, and just add that same mode into the components or into the gameplay ability systems and into, so that I would build it up so it's proper that way. But that will have to be way after. But yeah, so I thought I would show that off while I was waiting for this to load. It did move. It's at 100% now. It's a good thing I didn't do way more than that. Jeez. This is why I kind of usually think about doing this stuff if I get a chance. See, like, again, this week, I was so busy doing research stuff, which I couldn't do on stream, and a bunch of other stuff, that I didn't get any time to really work on like stuff like this, like organizing folders and stuff like that. So sometimes I worry, like, because I only get a certain couple hours a week. Like, I only get the Sundays, and when I stream, those are like right now my main guaranteed hours of coding. So if I don't start organizing the folders on stream with you guys while I'm talking and hanging out, it just might never get done. And if it never gets, like, but it needs to, I really want it to get done before this drop of the new updated Unreal Engine 5 version of the Easy Survival game kit. So then all I'm focusing on is doing the changes to get that up onto the live version as soon as possible. And if I have to sit there and still do fiddle with all these extra files and stuff, that will really slow things down. I don't think it's a problem to give you guys a look at what I'm talking about here. So, properties here. So this is the solid state drive that I'm using for storing of all the game stuff. As you can see, it's over half. It's only less than 500 gigabytes left. So I got to clear that down, and I want that done before I get this Easy Survival game kit. Once I get that in, I'm going to have to make backups of that too, which I won't have the space for. The external E drive, sure, it's big, but this is not a solid state drive. So that's the problem with this guy, is using this guy is super nightmarish slow. And then my actual main drive these days, they don't give you much space on it, on the main drives that comes with your computer. So I don't want to get any and use any more than that, because then my computer will just be slow and stuff. So I gotta get this all fixed up here as soon as possible and make sure everything's good to go, so I can delete some of the older versions. But I like to have these backup versions, just in case something goes wrong, and I want something to be able to default back on. Jeez, this is taking a long time. This is terrible. I started stream at like 9:02. It's already almost 10 o'clock, and all I did was move some stuff on a folder and then watch a loading screen and talk to you guys. I don't know that many people view or watch my stuff right now, but the stream's not going well for me tonight. And let's see. Well, I actually got an additional view. Darn it. Somebody came and probably got disappointed at looking at like a super long loading screen. Wonder who it was. Darn. Problem with Unreal sometimes. Like right now, I can tell that it's doing stuff when I'm looking at the task manager, but it's really not using too much of my system. So it's not my system holding it back. Unreal is just taking its time, doing whatever it's doing. It could also be for the fact that my hard drives are just so massive and so full. It's trying to save data to a hard drive which has terabytes and terabytes of information on it. It doesn't know where to place stuff, and it takes a long time. So I get a double fold so I don't encounter these stalls. I have to really get onto this cleanup. 100%. Nobody said this. What is going on, Epic? Come on, man. Oh, man, I did not see this happening. I can't. And I don't know if that's also because I'm streaming. Like, if it's. I don't know. I don't really see this happening. Like, that's probably where it's got me too. Is because I don't normally see this happening when I'm not streaming. It is still slow, but this is another level. This is so bad. Like all I did was move a couple of like buildings around. I used to try to just eliminate all these folders and have like 3D meshes and 2D textures and stuff like that. But I found out the hard way that all my stuff kept getting corrupted, and when I got a new update from here and I wanted to add it, it would just add to that new folder again, and then I'd have duplicates of a bunch of objects, and I still probably have duplicates of a bunch of objects right now, which is also increasing the file size. Yeah, I got a bunch of blood decals for that, Russian vehicles, everyday props, clocks, environments. At some point down the line, I do want to have add in the photo mode, so people could take pictures and stuff if everything gets set up properly. Yes. This is all the Brushify stuff that I have for making everything look super nice. The last time I went into the Brushify stuff, it wasn't able to be nanite enabled because I think they are affected by wind and stuff. So I might have to look into the Brushify stuff to get them to be nanite enabled. Just have nice buildings and things too. Yeah, we definitely have enough. Like our game's going to be pretty good once I get everything going. Got a lot of stuff. So the day before, it looks like that got pushed back. That was one of the games that also inspired me, like, you know what I mean, to get things going, because it's something that I want. My game kind of be like that. The day before. So again, this is kind of like what I want, but there's certain things when I looked at this game that just didn't look like looks like it needed to get changed. But yeah, they pushed it back all the way. Initial release date 2021. You can see here, if you look at the site, release date March 1st, 2023. So over a whole year pushed back. They're just doing like the open world thing, I think. I want to have that open world feature and style, but I also still want people to be able to sign up for, like, you know, elimination control points. You know what I mean? Like capture the flag, yeah, you know, King of the Hill. Still sign up for that kind of stuff, and still have like a decent reward and stuff. So at some point, I'm gonna just have, like, you know, I mean, just like, you know, Dead by Daylight and all that stuff. You get like certain currency. I don't know if I'm gonna come up with a work. We'll talk with the group to see what kind of thing it is. But so if you're doing like elimination matches and you're winning tons of elimination matches, or you're just playing, you get this currency. And what you could spend the currency on is cosmetics and things. Maybe you could buy stuff for certain game modes and things like that. But we'll see. We'll see. Lately, because I haven't really been able to get much in the live version, and then like these streams going the way they're going with Unreal Engine just locking up here completely, and I don't want to just close it. It still says that it's everything's responding, everything's going forward, it's doing stuff. Using 25% of disk space right now for some reason. But oh, just finished, I guess. Did it? Yeah. Yes, it's. Oh yeah, it's done. It's complaining about a material. What's missing? Fix. All right. Jeez. Brutal. Yeah, I can take that. This guy here, it's done. Oh, so that's the thing. Test map and Soviet map are using this guy here. Abandoned city. I'll probably pull in this later. It's a post-apocalyptic town. I think that's the map I'm using right now. So if I go to here, maps, I could probably delete all these maps. They're just taking up space right now. I have the one map that I was using. But everything should be going good tomorrow. The girlfriend should be doing her stream. She's been doing a lot of Dead by Daylight and Evil Dead streams, so she should be doing that. And if she's doing that, I should be able to get in here and do a bunch of these edits, so you guys don't have to see any of this stuff. Again, I'm just gonna fix this up as quick as possible. I really want you guys to see the maps and stuff, the menus and stuff. I want to get them in there, get everything working as soon as possible. And it would be really cool to really get an update of the live version with pretty much some sort of UE5 version. Again, if I do manage to get an updated version on the live version, it still won't be. So I should be able to delete building 4 now. It should have some references, but that's about it. Yeah, references and memory, but that's about it. It's always taking that long to delete something. Never know. This building looks okay from the outside. Looks pretty basic. A couple of different types of balconies. So exterior wise, it looks fine. I like it. It does have a door entrance. But again, you wouldn't have 2 balconies like this unless you're saying there's going to be more than one house. You know what I mean? Like that would be an apartment and this would be an apartment, which wouldn't make any sense because the apartments would be so small. Like, yeah, I could see that in like maybe Tokyo or something like that, but and maybe I'm just used to living in Canada, but we just don't have that small of apartments where you're having like these. Like this balcony just literally goes to nowhere. There's no way to get on that balcony or any of these balconies. But at least I can adjust this. The outside from a far distance looks fine. Like if I use this as a distance object, it looks fine. So I can keep this guy. Let's see what this guy looks like. Like I think this one's out to lunch already. Oh, this side of the building is kind of better. Oops. Yeah, let's get rid of building 1. Building 2. Ooh, this has like the blankets on the sides and stuff like that. I like this here. So exterior look from a distance, especially with the storefront sides and stuff. This is good. Yeah, I disagree with the interior. You wouldn't have this solid foundation that goes all the way across, where you can actually get upstairs, and it wouldn't actually be poking almost up the side of the house there. But it's something I could edit. I could edit this and use it. I could edit and use it. And these are all interior walls and exterior walls. Interior walls? Did I keep these? I don't think I wanted to keep these actually. Delete these. Are these attached to anything though? No, that's not attached to anything. These walls are so weird. I'd have to start from scratch for these. But I will have interior walls at some point, so I'm not gonna delete this this folder. This is where I'll do a bunch of interior walls, like I was doing with the hospital. Actually, it's what I'm working on right now in the hospital, doing floors and doing interiors. By the way, I did drag the hospital into this level. That's also pros of being able to work on the Lyra and the other different products. You can always bring it back and forth. So that's one of the things I have to open up and test, is that the Lyra level does work. So exterior walls, I will just drag these in because these are actually being used by the other blueprints as well anyway. I'll move these here. Now, I don't want to do a redirector after that nightmare we just dealt with, so I'll do a file redirect, fix redirectors once I end stream. I won't be doing it. I won't be doing another one during stream. That will be a nightmare. But because I'm not doing it during stream, I don't know if I'll be able to delete this here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Environment pack, materials. I keep materials, that's fine. Meshes, we want to keep the meshes. Particle effects, keep those. Textures, we keep those. Decals, HDRIs. Keep those for now. Landscape, maps. It's an empty folder. Update version 3. I think I'm going to keep. There's buildings here, prefab buildings, so we will go to prefabs. These are full buildings. And these look decent. I can tell just by the exterior right now. Like the exterior, using these as distance objects, as well as I'm already using the version 3 map right now as a part of my my initial login screen. I mean loading screen. Kind of the way Lyra does it. One of the ways I had thought to do it is have like a nice 3D environment in the background when you go to do the login button and stuff like that. But and yeah, once you hit multiplayer or single player, you'll go into the lobby. In the lobby will be a map that everybody can walk around and hang around in. All I'm doing is moving objects, and now it's taking forever. What's going on here? There we go. This is just foliage, trees, rocks, and stuff. You keep that there. Map, I was using a version of that map, so I don't want to get rid of it. Meshes or meshes, we keep those. Roads are roads, we keep those. Water, it's water, we keep that. Banded shelter. This is kind of how I want to see it. This is what I'm looking for. I want to be able to like open a folder or just have the materials, meshes, textures, and I know that's done. You know what I mean? I don't want epic content, animations, dear. That's it. Player. I don't think this is a full system. I'm gonna see if I can delete this and see what happens. It's probably going to look back at the edible behavior pack and say that there's some references to that. Because this pack just definitely does not look like it's complete. But again, it is just a part of another pack. But this would be the old version anyway. I'd want to get the UE5 version. And so that is animal. That's the Animal Behavior Kit Pro. Animal. I'm gonna create. It does say 5.0. Don't create. I don't know if this is a thing we're allowed to do. But I believe this pack should be. Yep, it's good to go for UE5. I don't know if showing Discord stuff is okay for stream. Nobody's really said anything yet. But yeah. So I would want to get the UE5 version anyway. So I would need to create. Sorry, animal. I would need to create a new project, which will pop up here. And so I need to delete this project here. I probably can't I don't know why it's not letting me delete it from here. Let me try to hit delete. Does that happen? The delete key doesn't do anything. Before, you used to be able to right click and actually hit the delete key, the delete button, or there used to be, there definitely used to be a way to delete stuff from here. I think they removed it for some reason. Get source. So then what I've been doing is it's hard deleting it from the folders, but you can't really do that with this open, because with Epic Launcher open, it's pulling this kit, it's looking at it, and so it's as if it has this kit open in a sense. So I can't delete this kit while Epic is open. So once I restart my computer and nothing's open, and then I can go and know that I could delete this Animal Behavior Kit because it's not being used. No way, it's still the. But either way, like, this is a lot of stuff that's just taking up room that I won't be using, because again, this would be the 4.27, which would no longer be used. We'll be using the the Unreal 5 version of it. Again, these weapons here, they should just be meshes. Anything else I do want to really get rid of, which is fine. Now I can't go and create the animal. I can't create this project right now, because if I go to create it right now, it would do a download, and then the download would bog up this here. Last time we were looking at this pack here. I didn't do a video on it because when I first opened this pack, we were running at this is the island pack, Battle Royale Island pack, which I was using in my game that's live. When I had opened this pack in UE5, it was at 15 frames. Now, we did a bunch of naniting and editing of a lot of the stuff, and I said I would make a video on one of the Fridays, a short one, doing the update if I got the frames to a decent level. I did get them up to about 45 frames instead of 15, with everything having nanite. There's certain things that I definitely seen that didn't seem right, because I just made it so I could fly. One is the trees aren't really being culled, because when I fly up in the sky, I could see trees for like kilometers of trees. which you wouldn't want to be loading trees that far. I sure because it's using nanite and LODs, it's probably not that bad, but I would still want culling on top of that. I would not want that many trees. That should also lower it. And it's just a lot of other rendering happening very far away, and I think that's the whole point of world partition. It was supposed to be only loading objects that are close to you, or so I might have to try to look into world partition and how to shrink the cells and stuff. So, world partition. Enable streaming. That is in world settings. You gotta make sure that's set up. What is this? Oh, converting. I wouldn't be converting any maps yet. Oh, it's done. Pending references. That's in the advanced taming. That's in the advanced taming. That's in the advanced taming. It shouldn't be doing this. Oh. Blueprints fetchable. That makes sense. Because this isn't a part of the advanced taming. This is a fetchable thing that I've created. Splines that I've created. Animal that I created. More splines that I have created. What's that do? As long as I was hoping as long as it kept going that fast. Oh, it's that fast. I'll keep doing that. Because again, I'll have to add. I'll have to change. This will all have to change in the end anyway. It doesn't seem like it's taking too long. This is pretty good. Just keep doing these one at a time and not break anything. Get this all added in there to be deleted. Yeah, I don't even think I had this. This was stuff I was doing. It was going to go to the live version, I think, at some point, but I don't even think I got the edible taming and stuff in the live version. And again, I might look into what they do here for the edible taming, Um, but the easy survival RPG kit will now just have animal taming just a part of it. It'll just be part of the base system. So I won't have to add. Oh yeah, I was gonna have the dog companion. Yeah. Well, you'll have a dog companion anyway. Part of the easy survival RPG kit, pretty much. So I won't need this exterior system integrating even maybe with the system. I'll have to see what stuff, like again, the abandoned city, the abandoned shelter, that stuff there is just well, we opened a big bowl of a bigger bowl of fish, I believe. This is just because yeah, I was gonna say this is getting a lot bigger than it was before. I thought. Because this guy might have different ways the AI works, like fleeing, because he has a bunch of stuff like that where the AI flees, and notifying other AI. So like, if you hit like one deer, the deer will flee, but also notify other deers, like other things of the same type. So all the deer kind of flee as a herd. You know what I mean? Even though the other deer didn't get hurt or maybe not have heard what happened, but they communicate like they would in real life in a sense, right? Um, so there's stuff like that in this system that the Easy Survival RPG kit might not have. So it's not like this system is completely useless. We might get it in at some point, and can fetch. I doubt that the Easy Survival RPG kit, though you'll be able to tame animals, raise animals, and stuff like that. I doubt they're gonna have a fetchable system, where you could throw a bone and stuff like that and play with the pets. So this system can still be useful. I can still end up bringing it in later. But again, I will be bringing in the UE5 version, so all this UE4 stuff that is 4.27 stuff that's kind of integrated into my old systems won't be useful. So I gotta get rid of them all and make room and make sure everything works. And again, I apologize. I know this stuff's boring for you guys. But sadly, it's the life of coding that has to get done. And I'm running low on time. I will be doing a lot more cleaning up. Hopefully, like I said, tomorrow. So hopefully on the Tuesday stream, it's more fun. Like again, hopefully I can work on the dungeon architect stuff. Show you guys some of that. Um, and again, when it comes down to it, like if it's getting close to the end of June, I will probably end up having just to make sure I focus on that hospital map, because when the easy survival RPG kit's done, I want to have that survival map ready, good to go. He said June, maybe mid June. I mean July, maybe mid July. Depends on how things go. It's a lot of stuff he's editing and fixing and adding. So it's, you know what I mean, it's just like a good game. It's like, sure, if it's gonna be good, you could delay it. Um, we just hope that, you know, I mean, they don't delay it and then it's still bad. We hope that he delays it and then he's delaying it because he's gonna make it a good, and everybody's happy if it's a slightly delayed. But when it comes out, it's a really good product, and if the delay was worth it, then everybody's happy. Like nobody's upset for a delay if it's actually worth it in the end, and they don't push out some buggy stuff that doesn't work. And again, it's definitely one of the better kits that are out there. Really, really good. So there's a bunch of different behavior trees that are like go to target, engage the actor, defend. So like get the taming kit. Go to partner is very go to defensive location is very interactive, like it's very extensive. Sorry, that's what I was thinking of saying. There's just go to home base. There's a lot of variables and stuff like that because the whole kit was just designed just for pets, and it's a big kit. I think it's like $100, all designed just for pets and stuff. So now these guns here, the BLS Kraken and the Falcon gun, I noticed for the Lyra set, they didn't work at all, because they just needed your base kind of reload and shooting animations. Where these guys are all customizable. It has a mag, it has the rifle, but I mean, it doesn't really have the animations. It's almost as if they expect you to pull the rifle and stuff out of the hand of the kid. Which again, these things work with the Easy Survival RPG kit, so I will keep them around because it seemed like they were working with that kit, but they do not work with the Lyra stuff, which is kind of good because I thought I got too many weapons because I have another whole pack with a ton of weapons and stuff. But that huge big weapon pack works perfect with the Lyra system, so it's nice to have that pack. But these weapons already have skins and stuff to them, and it shows us how we could do different skins and stuff with these weapons. So, oh no, I haven't seen that before. But I am getting and I seem to be able to do the trick. I could still do it here before, but I'm getting the graphics glitch. I thought Unreal Engine 5 might have fixed that. Oh, you guys could kind of see it flashing there. Oh, yeah, OBS is picking up that flashing there. And so when I right click, right now I just see a black screen. But I'm looking at OBS to be able to see where I can click. So if there was multiple things that I had to select there, I wouldn't be able to see unless I was looking at OBS. So having my second screen now has been like really nice. It's really good. This has been pretty lengthy. It was supposed to be just adding 10 items to the delete list, and we've seemed to got a lot more objects that are a list here. But I guess we're deleting the entire, like this is going through a lot of the animal behavior kit now. And the animal behavior kit was just like your regular, not the taming portion, because the taming portion is its own kit in itself. It's your regular spawning of the animals and where they go and the behavior of the animals and stuff like that, with no taming. How they move, the animations and stuff like that. Now, again, they have AI swimming. I mean, like, so pools of fish, birds and stuff. Now, the Easy Survival RPG kit already has some of these. Again, it's all low poly stuff, so I have to switch it out for kind of like high poly versions. But they already have a lot of the stuff kind of implemented. It's just at like a simpler, basic kits version. So definitely not as in depth. Well, this is a big boy. This is a big blueprint, I guess. This is the first asset that's actually like taken a hot minute to be added to the delete section. It might be touching a lot of other components here and making my list a lot bigger. Oh, there you go. Grow old component. Natural death. Lead system. Look for male. Yeah. Like I said, it's a pretty in-depth kit. There's a couple other like people who are doing some good survival stuff that's coming out. I've been looking at. There was another video of a solo developer who's adding stuff like a base defense with like he had like salt like blades and doing a lot of water stuff, so you could build like water turbines and it looked pretty in depth. The guy really likes it. He's gonna be another solo developer just like me, so we'll see where that one goes. But yeah, it's there's so much crazy stuff. Another thing I've been researching, guys. If anybody's still here or anybody's watching this video, which is a terrible. It's just a me deleting stuff. It's a terrible stream. But I feel like, again, it's just to people can see what I'm up to and stuff like that. And if people are listening, they just want to know information, or kind of just listen to this kind of like a podcast. I'm doing work or something like that. The other stuff I was researching is VR stuff. Because at one point, I would like to add like all ways to play the game, and VR is one of them. And I wanted to like look into because I know it's possible. Is because the Lyra character has the IK and stuff already set up, and I know a lot of the Unreal Engine 5 stuff comes with a full IK rig and stuff. So when you bring your arms in, it does the IK for, which is inverse kinematics for moving the elbows and everything like that. So you can build the full IK rigs now with Unreal Engine 5 quite easily because the IK, the rig control system is actually a part of Unreal Engine 5. It was a feature that they were building, and it was an external plugin before for UE4, but now it's actually just an internal part of the engine control system that's there. And with that, when you're doing VR, you can actually have your third-person model if you have the perfect IK rig set up, and just like kind of like Zenith and something like that, you can move around and you move your arms around and stuff like that. So one day, something like that, I would like to have that just all implemented into the same project. And if you want to see versions of this, you could see Phasmophobia is one of the games that are doing that. So there's a few games on Steam. I think even the Forest now that have their base game, and they just added just to the base game because they're probably using Unreal Engine or Unity or something like that. They just added VR right to it. Now Unreal Engine uses XR, so it could just be added to your current game. And I think Devour, which is another indie game that's coming out, I think they're going to be adding VR support too. And then with the VR, again, so people can play it and stuff like that. It'll be cool. Especially since VR is getting definitely more accessible. Like with the Oculus Quest, it's a price range where almost anybody can have it these days. So it just really enhances the feel and stuff of the game. Ooh, this guy seems like he's a chunky boy as well, I'm guessing. Component for flying. behavior ID. Component for flying behavior ID. All right. Yeah, this guy's pretty big. Like I said, hopefully we get a lot of stuff cleared up tomorrow, guys. And then on Tuesday, I'm hoping to do something a little bit more interesting. I'll try to find something for you guys. And again, we'll still go towards the end goal of the game. With having everything migrated, I should have all my menus and maps and, or sorry, menus and different widgets and stuff like that that I've had done before, which will be important. So I could start maybe on Tuesday, setting up the basic splash screen, kind of title screen, kind of menu setup. Come on. Come on. What is going on here? Ooh, there you go. I swear it feels like it's getting bigger each time, but I feel like we're getting close to the end. Open group manager. Player controller. Kind of done this too long now to give up. I feel like I've committed. Fetchable mesh. Population control blueprint was in charge of like making sure that because the animals in the animal behavior kit, not the taming kit, just the animal behavior, would actually, you know, mate and produce and stuff like that. So they'd have like, and just, you know, act like real animals in the wild and stuff. So I also just make sure that the animals didn't get out of control, so that they're, if the deers got too many deers, that it would make the predators like wolves and stuff like that more aggressive, or if there was too many wolves, maybe it made another thing that's more aggressive against the wolves and stuff like that, like a bear that normally wouldn't go after wolves, just to kind of like call their numbers. And maybe if it's like a something like a, yeah, or vice versa. If it's a bear, there's too many bears. Maybe it sends a pack of wolves at the bear to try to call the number of bears. I hope you guys are having a good holiday weekend here. I know I have a family in Peterborough right now for the holiday weekend. They had a big storm and they're without a power. Peterborough is out of power. So they could be out of power for 2 to 5 days because then one of the main power towers are down. May 2-4 weekend supposed to be first weekend you kind of camp. That storm should be rolling into the east coast, I think, here soon. So hopefully we don't get it as bad as they did. Yeah, it definitely looks like it's going smaller now. See, this has a simple swimming fish, but it's more realistic compared to the simple flying animal. And again, it's going to be more realistic than the easy survival RPG kit. So again, I could, if I can't find meshes to replace the meshes that are the cartoony meshes, I could always just bring in this kit, at least even just if it's just for the meshes and stuff. But it is way, you can see how big and advanced this is. This is going to be way more advanced than the system that they're going to have. But again, I could use this to add to their system. Right. Simple flying animal. Seemed like all I did was get through the first 3 A folders by the time this stream is over. Jeez. Come on. Hey, come on. It's supposed to be just a simple flying animal. Can't be taking this long. I wonder if the simple fish are gonna take this long. Come on. You guys seen it? It looks like we're getting near the year end. There's like maybe 12 more to go. I got a lot of animals too that I could use. The small animal behavior kit is done by somebody else. So that'll be kind of have like squirrels and stuff like that. They'll be kind of cool because they'll be more like maybe animals that survived in the post-apocalypse, like squirrels. I don't know. If there's a zombie invasion, you think squirrels would be still along, right? There's so many. They're pretty fast. You don't think the zombies would get them, right? Nice realistic farm animals, so that's what we'll be swapping out his farm animals. Got some nice sounds, a full sound kit here. A couple sound kits actually. I think this one was the one I liked the first time, but we'll figure out what we got. The big ultra kit again, it has the nice sharks in there, and stuff for where we have the islands and stuff like that. Again, like the forest. Smartphone thing. I still haven't got any word back from the smartphone. And I think the last, what was the other one that we sent messages for? I think maybe it was fishing or something. Either way, other guys I sent messages to see if they're doing an update. never got back to me. I'll have to delete this, the 4.27 version of this. This test project definitely has to go, and it's also on my D drive, which is definitely not good, taking up space on my D drive. Do not like that. Do not like that one bit. A skateboarding pack. I gotta see if that's getting done. Alright. Oh man, it's still not done. There we go. There we go. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Or you can just do 5, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, that's 5, 25, 27. More to go. I feel like, because they're all attached to each other, if I delete these levels, they will help with the load time here of reference objects, because it shouldn't be. We'll just eliminate bio. Oh yeah, there's biomes too, man. Activation manager. There's so much to this kit. Ecosystem. The kit's so massive, so it's gonna be still useful. Even though Easy Survival RPG Kit has a lot of stuff built in, it's still gonna be useful. Like I have like 2 different swimming kits, and then Easy Survival RPG has its own swimming system already in. But again, it's like swimming animations in the water, right? The water, so the water is just gonna look way cleaner, way more realistic in a sense. The water that's going to come with the Easy Survival RPG, again, it's all stylized. Yeah, it feels like we're getting there now. Day-night cycle. We will have a day-night cycle with the weather system from the Ultra Dynamic Sky system. It's really, it's that system is, I love how realistic and amazing that system is. It's so awesome. It's just gotta get that stuff integrated with everything. Now, I believe Easy Survival RPG Kit will have a day-night cycle and everything's put in at some point, but I won't be using that, so I'll have to look at to see what I'll need to do to integrate mine to swap out his stuff. Yeah, right now it's an exciting time. Again, once my videos aren't like this, once I got my main avatar going, once I get my game going, I will probably actually do like the hashtags that everybody else does. It'll be like hashtag at UE or hashtag at, you know what I mean? So people get more notice, but I don't want to not really just doing this for documentation purposes more right now. Not really trying to get noticed per se, but again, making sure everything works, the mouth goes with me and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, we had the comp fly BOID, and that took a while, so makes sense that swim BOID would be a little bit lengthy. Should have maybe waited a little bit on this guy. So yeah, there's just like a plugin for OBS. So even if I had like, again, what I could do is you could even probably, like, I don't know if it's gonna be filters. I don't know if they should maybe still have filters on like media and stuff, but filters, chroma key. Hmm. So if I just had two versions of UE5 running, because you can see I open up multiple versions of UE5 all the time, right? I just had the Lyra version open and stuff like that. So I could have a version of UE5 running, and I could just put my character in a green environment and then run it. And I should be able to do that chroma key and erase the background. And then I could kind of like set up hotkeys and stuff if I wanted my character to do something. I could set up animations and do waves and everything like that. I could probably do that. I could probably do that, you know what I mean? And then I'll be able to use the Unreal 5 character as an avatar. Oh, come on, Swim. What is going on here? Later. Do I have to log in again? Or does it remember me? Don't you... Oh, log out, so it doesn't remember me. Okay. Don't you forget about me. Don't you. So what I could do is I could look into getting Omar. Right? Because that's as close to me as I got. Again, his eyes, I don't have hazel eyes, I have dark brown eyes. But, again, that's where I've had edited my character on the... Oh, it's not there anymore. That's where I had edited my character. Which I don't see my characters. Hmm. Maybe you could Google that. I have an issue with my characters, but they won't show up in Bridge. I logged into Bridge, but I got metahumans. Mixers imported metahumans. I don't even have that bar. Is this supposed to be this big? It's a little ridiculous. There you go. I think it's supposed to be smaller. Thanks for reaching out to us. This should be in real time on the bridge. Please convert the email address. That was it. They just submitted a support ticket. Really? So, when I open Bridge, I might actually have to do that update. That could. Oh, okay, here we go. You can kill this. Add this bridge. This koi now. Oh, come on! It's just a fish. It's a koi fish. It's already getting almost to 11 o'clock here. Don't do this to me. I was almost done. Please. Please. Come on. Come on. I was so close. Oh, my screen's flashing on me too now. Connection. These things are seem like they're working alright. We'll minimize this. Come on, koi fish. Yeah, clearing some stuff up. Maybe that's the thing we'll look into. Because I think that will be cool for a lot of people to see that in action. If you guys want that, I don't know if anybody's going to fully watch this video all the way to this distance in the end. But again, like, if you did watch this video, just make sure you're popping in. Just make sure you put a comment in the below if you want to see me do next stream a metahuman kind of thing. I think that would be kind of cool to do for stream. Setting up a metahuman. Just do Unreal Engine 5 blank project. I could actually do like an actual green screen. Let me see here. If I take like VMagick Mirror, filters, plus chroma key. Yeah, it's there for even. What about media? What about monitor, filters, plus chroma key? Yeah, it's there for everything. So I could actually just set up. Yeah, that's what I'll do next stream, maybe. Try to do that. See if that works. And then I'll have to add the blood. Ooh. Do we still have... We don't have bridge open. I'll have to open it again. Bridge. Apparently I'll have to do this, download a new version. We'll do blood. Blood and fire. Ooh. One blood, one blood, one blood, one blood, one blood. I got brushes and decals and atlases. A lot of different brushes. Organs and stuff. It's kind of cool. But the good thing about that is actually that's not where I wanted it. I wanted to see Mixer. Custom model. Oh. Right. It is after 11 o'clock, so I'm going to call it here. Like I said, next time I think I will try to do some VTuber stuff, because that'd be kind of cool to get the metahuman up and see how that's going. Hopefully I can get something going for the metahuman. I'll check the there we go. 1, 2. I only have 18 more to go. Spider companion. But yeah, you guys don't need to watch me do this for the last little bit. I think I went over most of the stuff. So I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Thank you guys for coming out, whoever or viewing this. If you guys did view this, and this is more for my just documentation at this point. That's why I'm doing it on YouTube, because I'll just save it. And if everybody needs to go back to see what I was doing for the game and stuff like that, they can. All right, thank you guys so much. You guys have a good one.